Okay, so hello, welcome. Whether you're started this one a bit different with just jumping right into a writing sprint. And so in the first 15 minutes, let me see, I have to get the calculator. 347. It's my first words of the day. It's already almost 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Um, so anyway, welcome to my channel. I'm Shannon. Glad you are here watching now or later. It's a rerun. Um, I am writing a cozy mystery currently. Actually, that's all I've written are cozy mysteries. But my current work in project is a cozy mystery. It is set in a fictional ghost town on the shores of Lake Huron in northern Michigan. So it is a paranormal mystery, and that's what I'm getting into right now is the actual paranormal mystery, I guess you could say, that part of the storyline. As with any type of paranormal mystery, there is um, a modern or a new murder mystery that goes along with, I don't know, not goes along with, but somehow maybe ties in to the paranormal mystery. Um, so this is kind of new for me. I've not written paranormal before. All my other novels have just been cozy mysteries or romantic cozy mysteries. So a little bit of a stretch for me. Um, this is also my Camp NaNoWriMo project for April of 2019. So yeah, I'm going to do 15 minute sprints, about 5 minutes in between, unless somebody comes on and we get chatty, which can happen. Um, and I am going to go for about an hour. And then I need to take a break because I sold something on the marketplace, so I have to go meet the buyer. um, so I need to break for about 20 minutes, which is probably a good thing anyway, being as though I will have been in the chair for an hour. And then I'm going to come back and sprint for the afternoon leading up to Sarah Scharnweber's write-in later this evening. So if you're just catching up, keep a lookout. I am planning on sprinting throughout most of tomorrow, which is Saturday, because I am really far behind. I am nowhere near what I wanted to be right now. Um, yeah, I had really anticipated finishing this novel this week, and it's Friday, and I really haven't done much of anything. Life happens. Things come up that we can't plan for. Things come up that we should have planned for and didn't. um, you know, the flu happens. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and start the next 15 minutes, and we will be back at 5 after. Okay, so that was another 15 minutes. Look at that. Okay, let me do my math. $327. So not bad, not great, whatever. Find these sprints are so helpful, and I've been trying to catch as many as I could, whether I actually wrote on my current project or maybe answered emails during the time. Um, Gosh, the other day I had like a touch of the flu. I didn't feel like doing anything, but I had on the sprints all day. Um, the different people that were having them. So it's they're fun. It's a good way to just, I don't know, for me, kind of tune out everything else and focus on the words for 15 minutes. And I know others can get a lot more words in, um, and that's great. I tend to edit as I go. So I might turn around here for the next sprint and catch something up above, go back and fix it. And I never try to figure that into my overall word count. Um, Somebody asked me last night how I was doing overall for camp, and I have no idea because, like a dummy, I jumped into camp in the middle of a project and I have no idea what my starting word count was. So I'm kind of taking a guess as to how much I've done, which isn't very much. I My goal or my plan was to do 5 to 8,000 words a day every day this week, thinking that that would really bring me close to finishing the book. And what is this, day 5? And I've gotten like 3,000 words total. So, yeah, not very good. And why am I pushing so hard this week? I'm on spring break. I'm a substitute teacher here in the district, and I work generally every day. And when I get home, I'm exhausted. Those kids wear me out. So this was kind of a freebie week for me. I started off thinking that I wasn't going to have anything going this week, that I was going to set the entire week aside to write. And as things happened, Joe and I spent the majority of Monday, because he's off on Sundays and Mondays. We spent the majority of Monday looking at a house, talking with our realtor, kind of inventorying or assessing our current house, putting a plan together to list this place and buy a little bit bigger place with more property. That's what we really want. Tuesday, I think I wrote off and on. Oh no, I know what I was doing. I got my book back from my editor on Monday afternoon and needed to go through the changes and make the corrections so that I could send it to my proofreader. So I spent Tuesday doing that. I worked on that during streams. So, you don't always have to write, don't always have to feel like you have to write to join in a stream. You can edit, you can rewrite, you can read, you can do emails, you can do Facebook posts, whatever you need to do. There's no rules. Just come hang out and chat on the breaks. Support fellow writers. If you're just not feeling it or you just want to be around, whatever, it doesn't matter. So that's what I was doing on Tuesday. I worked until about 2 o'clock on that. Then my proofreader he wants everything hard copy. So I had to print it out, go to the post office and mail it to him. And I don't really remember what else on Tuesday. I know Wednesday I woke up not feeling good. I think I had a touch of the flu. It wasn't like full blown. I just couldn't. I just couldn't on Wednesday. Blech. I slept most of the day. I tried to catch as many write-ins as I could. Thursday, Joe was off because he had a bunch of dental work done Wednesday late afternoon. And because we only have one day off together generally, he was like, I'm just going to go ahead and take the day off, and we can make our list of stuff we need to do at the house. We can go to Home Depot. We can go have lunch. And I'm like, oh, dude, I'm never going to get this book finished. But it was important to get that done because we're trying to find kind of a happy medium or neutral ground or something. He's usually gone from the house for about 12 hours a day. His commute is almost an hour each way. It can be an hour plus during the winter if it's snowing. And he puts in a pretty long day at work. He's still recovering from a dirt bike accident he had 1.5 years ago, and then he had follow-up surgery 1 year ago. And he broke his femur in a couple places and blah, blah, blah. It just hasn't healed. So, but he had to go back to work in August of last year. So whatever, 8 months ago, because they were going to cancel his insurance if he didn't, because he'd been off for so long. He's a mechanic, so he's on his feet all day. So he comes home exhausted, but it's always been our routine that in the evening we would have dinner and veg out in front of the TV. Just kind of what we've always done. And because, well, at least for the last 4 years, I've worked from home. So my workday was always over well before he got home. And I could do that. And then when I started writing seriously was right at the same time my job ended 1 year ago. So I still kept to that schedule. I was pretty much done by the time he got home. So I had all evening. Now, since the beginning of this year, I'm gone from the house every day. And while it's good for me, and it's good for my wallet. Um, it's been quite a change for us because I'm working full time. I'm also writing full time. And it's a business. It's a full-time business to for me, and that's the way I'm treating it. So I get home usually around 3 o'clock, and I start pretty much right into my writing business. And so dinners get late sometimes. Sometimes there is no dinner. And I was skipping um, some other people's sprints and not participating and stuff. So we've been working on balancing everything. Um, so that's kind of where I'm at with everything. I'm going to set the timer and get back to writing. Um, we'll do another. Now it won't let me put. Oh, got it. Okay. Um, we'll do another. Hi, Dana. How are you? Um, just getting ready to go into a little sprint here. Was sitting here talking to myself. I never know how my internet is going to be. Um, so I don't know. Um, but I was testing this before I really like advertised that I was going to be live, and it seems like everything's working, so it's all good. Yay, I'm talking to you. Um, so I have about, let's see, it's 20 after. I have to leave the house by about 5 minutes to the hour. So I'm going to take about a 20-minute break, and then I'll be back then. But I'm going to do about a 15-minute sprint right now. If you want to join, you're goodish today. I hope it's more good than ish. Okay, I'm going to set the timer for 15. I do not use the Demon app. That thing would drive me insane. So I just use a quiet one on my phone. So I'm going to go ahead and start and write for 15 minutes. Okay, that was 15 minutes. That was quick. Do some math. $352. Not too bad. Is is it taking on a life of its own? I know, I think probably my last 2 books, I say they kinda wrote themselves. I had an outline, but you would never be able to match the outline with the way the book turned out. Well, that's great. Keep running with it. I think this one that I'm working on right now, it's a little different for me. Um, it's still a cozy mystery, so it still has, the dead body that shows up, but it also has a paranormal aspect to it. So I've not written paranormal before, and marrying the two together is is one thing that that's, I don't want to say it's a hurdle, but it's slowing me down a little bit. And then I'm also creating a completely fictional place where my first series and then the book that's coming out later this month, those two series are set in actual places. So um, this one this one's going a little bit slower, and I think it's frustrating me because it's so slower and it's hurting my brain. It's taking too much thought. You know, I get outlining, and when I wrote my very first book, I got probably about a third of the way into it and realized that I needed just a real basic outline to keep myself on track. So I kind of went back and did it, and my outlines are very loose. They're well, most people probably wouldn't even consider it an outline, but um, I've I got better, I thought, and then they didn't match, and it was like, what was the point of outlining? But I really wanted to start this year and be better about it or more professional about it, and started off, with an outline for the first book this year. I followed the outline pretty good. Um, this one, oh my God. I started reading the Save the Cat book, and throughout basically the first about 6 chapters that I'd written, I didn't actually throw them out. I chopped them up and used them. Um, but I really started over, and I only had up until about chapter 6 or 7 outlined. And then it was like, okay, now I'm off and running, so who cares? I don't know. I wonder if I should sit down and outline more, but I don't know. I just don't know. I'm just going with it. So you gave your editor your outline too? See, I don't. I just give her I just give her the finished, what I think is finished, till she comes back and says, well, you're missing a big chunk here. Yeah, I can see that happening with that book. Um, it I don't know that I'm going to continue to use it to outline, but it did make me think about my approach a little bit different. And um, but it has totally thrown me off from my normal my normal. I don't know. Do I have a normal? Um, I don't know. Girl, this book is, I'm on chapter 12. It's just not following my normal pattern, but oh well, it's telling a story. I sent the first I think I sent the first 9 chapters to my mom the other day, and I said, "Just read this and tell me what you think, what you see." And she loved it. She said, "It's great, keep going." So that's what I'm doing. Yeah, I was trying to follow Bethany and um I don't remember her name. They're doing like once a week with the Save the Cat, but that was going too slow. Yeah, Brittany. Um that was just going way too slow for me, and it was kind of a convoluted mess. I just couldn't even keep up or pay attention to what they were doing. Okay. I'm gonna You I love your story. I just can't even say it enough. It I just so fell in love with the characters that the the world and everything that's building, I just don't even care. I don't even care about all of that. I just want more of the characters. Have I announced what it's about? I don't think so. Um, no, I don't think I have. I like I like that idea. Um, it it made me think of writing side stories for this one that I'm doing. I don't, it's one of those, I feel like I'm kind of stuck in a genre that has a lot of rules, but it doesn't really fit anywhere else. And I don't know if, like well, I guess it could be a thing. I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud. I will definitely let you know. Um, I really wanted to have this done this week, but I'm nowhere close to having it done. So I'm kind of shooting for maybe around the 20th to have it done. So I'm going to take off. I have to run an errand and I'm right there with you. I sit back here in my office and just talk and talk and talk, and I'm not talking to anybody. Maybe the cat. Um, and I'm sure, well, by now he's used to it, but sometimes he'll say, "What? You talking to me?" No, I wasn't talking to you. And he says, "Well, I wasn't sure. Thought I better ask so I didn't get in trouble." I am going to log off and do this stupid errand that I need to do. And then I am going to be back on in about 40 minutes. And I'm going to go ahead and put myself on live, but I'm just going to do some more sprints until Sarah comes on later and see if I can't get this. See if I can't get this darn book written. So I will be back if you care to join me. Or I'm sure, see you later this evening on Sarah's channel. Okay, I'll see you in a bit.